Hello everyone. A little over 3 weeks ago, I created this video that shows you how to create a continue button for ChatGPT. Since then, OpenAI has updated ChatGPT and has provided their own continue button that proves to be more accurate and continues exactly where it left off. So today I'm going to show you how you can automate the clicking of that button so you don't ever have to deal with that button again. And with that, I'll be showing you 3 different forms in which you can use the script. The first one being the injection method, where you copy the code, you paste it inside of the browser, and then it would run until you refresh the page. The second method would be to create it into a bookmarklet, and then once you save it, you can run it at will, and it would temporarily run until you refresh the page. And the third option is to create a Chrome plugin that will constantly search on this website for that specific button, so that you don't have to do anything. Now let's take a look at the prompt that we'll be using. Can you provide me with JavaScript code that checks for an element with the class button and simulates a click of the element with the text content continue generating every second? So all that's being said here is to provide code to search for this continue generating button every second, and if found, click on it. Okay, looks like our code is ready. So let's copy the code. And now I'm just going to jump over to another chat so we can test this script. I'm going to prompt ChatGPT to provide me with some code. Okay, while ChatGPT is providing us with code, we're going to right click, select inspect. Now we're inside our developer tools and we're just going to select console and we're going to paste the code in there and hit enter. Okay, so I'm just going to close this for now. And if the code works, we should see the continue generating button pop up for at least half a second before it gets clicked. And we'll just wait and see. So there you go, it works. Just remember, when you inject code into the browser like we just did, it temporarily runs in the background until you hit the refresh button. And once you hit the refresh button, all the code is wiped. And if you want to do this again, you would have to paste the code inside of the console again and let it run. Now let's just jump back into our original chat and ask ChatGPT if it can turn this code into a bookmarklet. Okay, so now let's copy the code. Let's head over to our favorites icon here. Now I'm just going to name this continue generating, and then I'm going to click on more, and then I'm going to remove everything under the URL section and paste the code inside of it, and then we're going to click on save. Alright, and there goes our bookmark. Okay, so now let's right click and refresh the page so that we can get rid of any code running in the background. Okay, now let's jump back into our test chat so we can ask ChatGPT to provide us with more code. Okay, so there goes our continue generating button, but it looks like it hasn't been clicked on. So let's right click, select inspect, and let's take a look if we have any errors. Okay, so it looks like we have a couple of errors. Okay, let's clear out all these errors. And now we're going to click on our bookmark to see which error we should be paying attention to. Alright, so let's copy this error and let's go back into our original chat and tell ChatGPT that we received this error. Okay, so it provided us with updated code, so let's copy that code. Let's go back up to our bookmark here. Let's right click on it, select edit, and now we're just going to replace everything that's in this URL with the new code. So now let's click on save. Now let's head back into our test chat. Now let's try clicking on our bookmark to see if we can get it to work. And it looks like it's still producing the same error. So let's go back into our original chat and type, I'm still receiving the error even with the updated code. Okay, so ChatGPT provided us with new code. Let's copy it. Let's go back into our bookmark, right click, edit, delete everything inside the URL. paste the code and click on save. Now let's go back into our test chat and let's try clicking on the button. Okay, so it looks like that works. So similarly to the last example, the code will run temporarily until the page is refreshed. And so now let's go back into the original chat and type, I would like to create a Chrome extension for this. I would not need a popup.html, and paste the original code. Okay, so it looks like the code is done. It provided us with two files, a content.js and a manifest.json file. In the manifest, is stating that it should work on all websites. We just want it to work on the ChatGPT website, so let's just correct that. So let's copy the website URL and type, this will be working on, and then paste the URL. Also, please update the manifest. Alright, so we just finished updating our manifest file. Okay, so now we can just copy the code and paste it into one of your editors if it's Visual Studio, or you can just save the file if you have this plugin. You can watch one of my videos where I show you how to create it. Anyway, let's save this as content.js, and then let's save this as manifest.json. And now I'm just going to jump into Visual Studio so you can see that the code's saved. Okay, now let's head over to Chrome and let's open up the extensions page. Click on Load Unpacked. Select your project folder. There goes our plugin. It's loaded. And now let's go back into ChatGPT. And let's go back into our test chat. And now I'm just going to ask ChatGPT for more code. Oh, I just forgot to refresh the page. So let's refresh the page just to clear everything out. And now let's regenerate this response. And while we wait, I'm just going to right click, select inspect, just to see if we see any errors pertaining to the plugin. And it doesn't look like we do. Okay, and so there goes the button, and it works. And there you have it. I've just shown you 3 ways in which you can use this script so you don't ever have to click on that continue generating button again. I hope this helps speed up your workflow, whether you're writing articles or asking ChatGPT for large amounts of data or just asking for code. Also keep in mind that if you're dealing with code that you don't quite understand, you can always ask ChatGPT to explain further. So in our case, you can ask, explain how the following code works. Or perhaps you can ask, please comment on every line, and this will aid in better understanding the code. If you guys would like to support the channel and the work that I do, you can PayPal me at paypal.me/automatemylife. And of course, if you like this kind of content, then like and subscribe. Till next time.